Hey guys, it is the 2018 Reebok CrossFit Open, and 18.1 has been announced. If you haven't already watched the Open announcement, go ahead and watch it. You're going to want to pay attention to that and go and check the standards video. Just a reminder, it is a 20-minute AMRAP of 8 toe to bar, 10 dumbbell single arm hang clean, and shoulder to overhead. So you can strict press it, you can push press it, you can push jerk it, whatever you want. And then we have 14 for men calories on the rower and 12 calories for women. AMRAP for 20 minutes. This is a long workout. This is a grip intense workout, and this is a rowing workout. When it comes to strategy for 18.1, it is going to be different depending on the person. For me, my strategy is going to be to push my pace to something that is very uncomfortable and maintain that for 20 minutes. I'm gonna break my toe to bar up early, and I'm gonna go unbroken on the dumbbell and push my pace on the rower. It's a 20-minute workout. Remember that, it's very long, and it's a rowing workout. You spend majority of your time on the rower than you do on the other two movements. So each of you need to first decide what your limiting factor is in this workout and decide what the best strategy is for you to get through that and make up time in the other two areas. Here's something for you to remember and tell your friends. The Open is not the time to all of a sudden change the way you do things. Don't all of a sudden change your diet. Don't all of a sudden change the way you warm up. Don't all of a sudden change the way you do movements unless the way you're doing them isn't meeting the standard. Then change your movement. But it's not the best time to all of a sudden make all these changes that you're not comfortable with. So take your movement, work with your coach, make sure you can complete the standard, and do your best. All right, let's start with the toe to bar. To complete a good rep, the feet are gonna pass behind the plane, they're gonna come up and touch the bar. Very simple. We've all done toe to bar, your feet need to touch the bar. On the toe to bar, a lot of you are probably gonna need to break up your reps early, myself included, to last for 20 minutes. One thing for you to think about. It is a pushing and pulling movement that needs to happen in your shoulder joint and through your midline. Try to not swing from your feet, okay? Think about pushing the pull-up bar to your toes. Next we have the dumbbell single arm hang clean and shoulder to overhead. I will be doing push jerks. Some of you may want to strict press, some of you may be push pressing. All of that is allowed. The only thing you need to think about is when I lower my dumbbell, the dumbbell must be below my chin before I can change to the other hand. So you may not drop the dumbbell from overhead and catch it on the way down. You must bring it down below your chin, switch it at your chest, or switch it on the floor, or switch it at the hang before you move on to the other arm. One thing I think about when transitioning the dumbbell from overhead is I'm going to bring it below my chin, have my opposite hand ready for the transition right at my chest. So make sure the transition happens really close to my body and not out in front of me. So I don't want to lower the dumbbell out here and then transition. I'm going to bring it straight down to the shoulder, transition, and drop directly into that hang position. You can use the momentum that way. So if I transition here, you can use that momentum, drop it into that hang position, and drive with your hips to pull it back up for that hang clean to shoulder. Last but not least, the row. Big long pulls. Some of you might be thinking, you know, where do I want my damper? Do I want to keep my straps on tight? Is it going to use too much time if I have to unstrap every time? Again, this is something that you may not want to change too much if you haven't already been working on it. So there are some really good ways to do quick transitions where we just press on the tabs and pull our toes up. I recommend you practice some transition on the rower before you complete the workout. Find something that feels good for you and go with that. For me, I'm not going to have my straps too loose or I really can't drive off of my feet and feel good on the pole. I don't want to feel like I'm going to fly out the back. So what you don't want is to have your feet straps too loose to where when you really drive with your legs and really finish your pole, you feel like you're going to fall off your seat or fall out of the foot straps. A couple cues I give myself on the row is on the way in, I'm going to bring my butt into my heels as fast as I can, and I'm going to reach my chest forward, getting that paddle as close to the front of the rower as possible. Keeping my chest up and my back in a good position, of course. Drive with my legs and finish with a big, long, extended position and a big, nice pull, bringing the paddle to my chest. On the return, we always think hands and then feet. So bringing the paddle in to the front of the rower as far as you can, big drive with your legs, big pull, arms, and then feet. There you have it. 18.1, 20-minute AMRAP with total bar, single arm dumbbell, hang clean, and shoulder overhead with a row. For a lot of you, you are going to be doing things you've never done before. You're going to have tons of accomplishments, things like your first muscle up, some of you maybe your first handstand push-up. So have fun, do your best, and we'll see you next week.